the Kima Sutra. You've likely heard of the famous and legendary sex compendium, the Kama Sutra. This ancient manual was a guide to the physical and emotional elements of sexual relationships. Today, we're going to discuss the Kima Sutra. The main thrust of the Kima Sutra is that sexual energy is blissful, healing, rejuvenating, and enlightening. In essence, sex is good medicine. I'm going to show you how you can use sex to become more conscious and to harness this energy to fuel your life. Here's how. These are the 5 pillars of the Kima Sutra. Use sexual energy as your Ativan, your antidepressant, your diet drugs, and your cocaine. Your relationship is your secret weapon. Use it! When you have a strong emotional and sexual connection, this becomes your power source. All of your time in bed becomes a springboard from which you energize and create your lives. You use conscious sex acts and your relationship as a vessel for growth. Carl Jung said, "The meeting of 2 personalities is like the contact of 2 chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." Orgasm your way to enlightenment. Since sexual energy is the very energy that creates new life, the highest, best use of your intimate relationship is to tap into the power of the procreative energy and channel it into every part of your existence. When you expand your orgasm using deep Taoist and Tantric energy circulating techniques, what happens instead is that you experience full body and multiple orgasms that can last for hours, days even. You enter the mystical world of G-spot, cervical, and ejaculatory orgasms for women, non-ejaculatory, meaning you can separate orgasm from ejaculation and then go for hours for men, and anal and energy orgasms for both men and women. These orgasms leave you feeling happy and high and creative. After you have them, you might want to go to the gym or write at your computer because you feel so energized and creative. And that's because you've taken this creative life force energy that's concentrated at your genitals and you've dispersed it all over your body and your brain. So you can now use this energy consciously to create your life. Take 3 reverse cowgirl and call me in the morning. Sexual energy is some of the most powerful medicine there is. In ancient Taoist times, sex was looked at as healing and rejuvenating. Physicians of the day would prescribe sexual positions to cure different ailments. So depending on the angle of your body and performing certain breathing exercises, you could direct this powerful energy where it was most needed, like your kidney or your liver or your heart. This position, reverse cowgirl, is healing for a woman because it directs sexual energy towards her kidneys. In Chinese medicine, the kidneys are responsible for the creation and flow of sexual energy in a woman's body, so this helps to boost libido, all the waters, orgasm, lubrication, ejaculation. And the kidneys are also related to trust and openness, so stimulating and balancing them by putting the energy there helps a woman to open up and to let go. This position is fabulous for men, though he'd probably have to be a yogi and super flexible. It helps with mental focus and concentration and in the ability to manifest your visions out into the world. So there you have an entire materia medica at your disposal to heal your life. Give me everything you have and whatever's left after that too. The very best gourmet sex is made up of one primary ingredient: surrender. The quality of the sex that you have is very important. One kind will nourish you and feed your life, and the other kind will ultimately deplete and depress you. So everything depends on how much you've truly let your partner deep inside of you, physically, mentally, and emotionally. The deeper you go, the deeper you grow. We know that even from a cellular perspective, if you are living in a perpetual state of defensiveness, you do not grow. So Bruce Lipton, the incredible cellular biologist and the grandfather founder of the concept of epigenetics, tells us that you cannot be simultaneously in protection and growth. And he did this by looking into the petri dish of cells. So if the cell is in protection mode, it's not growing. All the growth processes stop. So think about this in relationship. If you're in a place where you have walls up against your partner, if you compartmentalize and you try to protect your heart or your emotions, and you're never truly vulnerable, and for many, this actually becomes a way of life, even in long-term relationships, you will not grow. Your bed and your partner ought to be your sanctuary. They are the place that you come to let down your guard, to open yourself after whatever, barriers or protection that you wear out in the world. And you come together as this sanctuary and you nourish each other. You literally drink each other in and heal from each other. So to do this, it's essential that you're emotionally and sexually vulnerable and open with each other. You expose, you come together, you fall apart, and you're obliterated in the wake of truly cataclysmic and catalytic sex. You're reborn. This is the whole concept of le petit mort, the little death. And you're reborn into newer, better, more rich versions of yourselves. Drink at the fountain of genitalia. Sexual fluids are extremely potent. They are comprised of our concentrated yin and yang essences. So they are very balancing and revitalizing. So any chance you get, kneel and worship at the temple of pussy and cock. These fluids are also chock full of mood-elevating hormones and neurotransmitters from dopamine to serotonin. They truly are the fountains of youth. Bottoms up, kids. Interestingly, the original Kama Sutra was only 20% sexual positions, even though it's most known for them, and the rest of the manual is all about the emotional and the energetic intricacies of relationships and how to best use them as power sources. So this fits my own experiences as a sex coach, where only 10% of good sex is mechanics, is technique. 90% of it is the quality of your connection, how open you are, and all of these other factors that I've talked about. In essence, we want to use sex to get more conscious. We want to use it to get high, to expand ourselves, and use the whole vessel of the relationship as this place where we grow and transform and become the best versions of ourselves. For more advanced sex techniques and how to learn the ins and outs of orgasmic enlightenment, check out my free video series and my online classes. The links for those are below this video. If you'd like to expand your sexual education on a regular basis, then subscribe to my channel.